Dear students, today we will discuss about comedy. Comedy is a type of play or drama. It is opposed to tragedy. It is intended to provoke laughter, not tears, and to present an amusing, not a grave view of life. The comic hero triumphs over the difficulties that beset him, and the way in which he succeeds in doing this wins our admiration and fills our mind with a sort of intellectual pleasure. Instead of the death and disaster in which a tragedy closes, we find at the end of a comedy all the characters united and happy. Comedy affords the best scope for the exercise of poetic justice. Poetic justice is exercised when the dramatist or poet represents vice as punished and virtue is rewarded. Care must be taken to see that this notion of the just or punishment of the wicked is not ostentatiously thrust before the reader's attention, but that it follows naturally from the course of the story. There are various kinds of comedy. For example, the comedy of manners, low comedy, comedy of intrigue, the comedy of character, the divine comedy, tragicomedy, or the romantic comedy. Now we come to the comedy of manners. The comedy of manners, which is also spoken of as artificial comedy or high comedy, was in vogue in England after the Restoration and had in view the portrayal of the social customs, manners, and life of the age. The comedies of Congreve belong to this class, low comedy. It is the same as farce when it makes use of less refined speech and action in order to make its comic appeal. Comedy of intrigue. In the comedy of intrigue, the plot or action is made the principal object and not the presentation of character. Comedies of this kind were very popular in Spain, and the English dramatists of the post Restoration period, notably Dryden, imitated them. Dryden's The Spanish Friar is a comedy which depends for its interest on intrigue. The comedy of character. On the other hand, the comedy of character, or as it was also called the comedy of humor, set itself the task of presenting some special peculiarity or oddity of character. Some salient trait, such as determines the habitual attitude and the conduct of the person possessing it. Such types are to be found in Ben Jonson's Every Man in His Humor and in the works of the French dramatist Molière. The Divine Comedy as comedy. When Dante called his great epic the Divine Comedy, he used the term comedy in a sense very different from that in which it is used by us. In Dante's time, comedy meant a story with a happy ending. There was no notion attached to it of its being hilarious or mirth provoking. Tragicomedy or the romantic comedy. Tragicomedy, in its literal meaning, is a mixture of tragedy and comedy. Such a combination was repulsive to the taste of those dramatists who followed the classical tradition, and Dryden gives expression to their view in his essay on dramatic poesy when he says, there is no theatre in the world has anything so absurd as the English tragicomedy. Here, a course of mirth the another of sadness and passion, and a third of honor and a duel. Thus, in 2 hours and a half, we run through all the feats of Bedlam. The romantic dramatists did not believe in the view that mirth was incompatible with seriousness, and therefore, in some of the most awe-inspiring tragedies of Shakespeare, like Macbeth or Hamlet, there are comic scenes, that of the porter in the former and that of the grave diggers in Hamlet, but they do not make the play a tragicomedy. For there is a tragic note running through the whole play. These scenes are intended to provide some relief to the overwrought feelings of the audience and at the same time, by way of contrast, to deepen the sense of tragedy. But there are other plays which, though they end happily, nevertheless contain elements which might have turned them into tragedies. Such are, for instance, Measure for Measure, The Winter's Tale, The Merchant of Venice, etc. And to these, the name of tragicomedies may more fitly be given. We cannot, however, speak of tragicomedy as a separate division of the drama, for in as much as it has happy ending, it comes under the generic heading of comedy. Shakespeare's As You Like It is a romantic comedy. Thanks for listening.